Good morning, it's Friday. Sorry I'm late. I got distracted because I saw that the new Razer Blade 14-inch 2023 came out. And I've been waiting for it because I was hoping to see that it would have upgradable RAM. And it does. So now I'm getting myself too excited about it, so I started reading things and this and that. It turns out B&H has it in stock, and as you know, I like B&H because it has no tax. All right, let me collect myself here. It's only me, good morning. Jaron Rollins, good morning. Tom, good morning. Kevin Hawthorne, Florida, good morning. Mercury Moments, Josh is here. He knows what I'm talking about. Good morning. Bear in the Garden, good morning. Aloha S, good morning. Stephen Friedman, good morning. Mike, good morning. Ambrose Chamberpot is here, good morning. Shane Jones, good morning. Baby Marian Costura, good morning. Steve Smith, good morning. Sue Pitcher, good morning. Taiho World, good morning. Kira H, good morning. Johnny Wilkers, good morning. Swanky Lecture Sean is here, good morning. Lennon Graham, good morning. Steve Park, good morning. Quinton Namath, good morning. Hitchell, good morning. Norel, good morning. And B&H, where you are, is Benson and Hedges cigarettes. You know, I don't know what B&H stands for. Here, B&H Photo and Video. Let's learn something together. Truck in the crosswalk. Let's see. BH Photo. What does it stand for? Apparently, it's the initials of the owners, Blimey, Schreiber, and husband Herman. I wonder if GPT would have been able to tell us that. I bet it could have. Robert T, good morning. Dirk, good morning. Bruh, good morning. Udat Dave, happy Friday, good morning. Fred Lewis, good morning. Bill Henderson, also B&H, good morning. Chris Wilson, good morning. That car really hates crosswalks. Just wants to trample right over them. Am I feeling a little droplet? Oh, now Norel's seeing the heart emoji. What does it actually do when you press it? Where did I stop? Let me see. Let me try to catch up here. Suzuki thought New York City would have rain. I mean, it looks like it could rain any moment, but I don't know. We'll see. Stephen Schober, good morning. Jeffrey, good morning. Kiana, good morning. Tarby also enjoys fresh electronics. I really love the smell of electronics when you first open it. Like the combination of plastics and all the circuit boards and all that fun stuff. I don't know, it's just this really good smell. Guitars D, good morning. Ron is here, good morning. Sonia, good morning. What are we asking GPT today? Let's see, who else do I see? Cassandra Williams, good morning. Happy Friday. Kira wonders if they still make Benson and Hedges cigarettes. Who knows? Somebody might. John, oh man, I'm really behind. Hold on a second. John Winsborough, good morning. Marek Kovalevsky, good morning. Oh, it just flies hearts over. I guess I can't see those on Prism. Quentin pulls him, but there's nobody walking. I guess there's nobody walking, but there's usually a chance in New York. Even if it seems like it's dead, there's always someone like me around. Like zooming up, like you see nobody in the streets, but sometimes somebody walks so fast, they'll cover a whole block and make it to you. by the time you thought nobody was going to be there and you're in the crosswalk. Anyway, that's just New York. No more. The GPT pulls the same atoms joke. It's like you have to specify no more jokes about atoms every time you prompt it, because it doesn't have continuity in the YouTube chat from what the creator of this API mentioned. Like it would if you were actually in the OpenAI website, but apparently not like this. It's like each prompt is brand new, is what it seems like. Peter's here with the birds. Good morning. Today is the birthday of the International Olympic Committee, founded 129 years ago. Hey, the NYPD has some of those new electric Ford Mustangs. As I learned, they should not have that name here. RJ, good morning. Oh, it looked like this all last evening, but never rained. Yeah, it could just be one of those things. The weather's the weather. It's officially summer, although temperature-wise, it's actually a little cooler. Ah, light blue, of course. Good job, Ron. And GPT. Jerome, good morning. Christina, good morning. Dave loves the smell of carcinogens in the morning. I feel like not all would be in the same boat, so to speak. Oh, that new, what's it called? Bifrost? I think it's on this block. It's the new Magic Card Shop, trading card game store. $72 Neo, thank you. Alberto, good morning. John Casella, good morning. Casella, Anita, good morning. Where did I stop? I think around there somewhere. Okay, let me keep going. Andre, hello. Mom of two, good morning. Quinton's at 2 months of membership. Thank you, Quinton. Appreciate the support. I don't know if I understood the question, Stefan. Okay. Appreciation, wonderful. Let's go this way. Jeffrey, we ran into someone organically one time, and it was James and Carla like 3 years ago now, almost 2.5 years ago. YouTube must still be testing stuff. Who knows, Bear? Top 3 things when John comes to New York next week? Brooklyn Bridge, One World Trade, Observation Tower, ferry ride around Manhattan. I don't know. Paul Little, hello. Good morning. Have a good weekend as well. Jordy Best Music, good morning. What? Francisco B, good morning. Make some room here.
They won't do anything other than what they're called for.
Sandra T, good morning. Maki, good morning. Philly's a little chilly. Rhymes, kind of. Steve Smith's got some ideas. I guess we're going this way. Fernand, good morning. Okay, I gotta focus on catching up properly here. I'm not properly caught up. David Torres, good morning. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the Statue of Liberty and blushed. Interesting joke. Colleen, good morning. Shinalace, good morning. Paul Little, good morning. It's really frustrating scrolling through like this. I'm noticing everyone looking at me a lot more because I'm still scrolling. Jerome, it's GPT with Nightbot together. Team effort. Quentin Sapp didn't say Central Park. I was trying not to be super obvious about the things. Intrepid's a good one. That's true. But sometimes, you get put on the spot. Cross to the middle. Wait for this pickup. There it goes. And I'll finish my cross. All right, let me scroll back and make sure I can finish fully catching up. Biggest scams in NYC. Fake price cash offer, street vendor scams, timeshare hotel scams. Are those really the most common scams in New York City? I don't know about that. Must try food in NYC. Pizza, bagels, hot dogs, pastrami sandwiches, cheesecake, cupcakes, and cronuts. Yeah, just try everything. You should stop by. I mean, if you like the cured meats, stop by Katz's Deli and get the pastrami. It's a $20-something dollar sandwich. You get a lot of meat. It's an experience. Try to eat it there if you can. Can I sneak this way? Yes, I can. And I did. Okay, let me scroll back. Jim, good morning. That submarine's probably not in the database yet. Well, what's going on with it? June 23rd, International Days Women in Engineering. Okay. Wait, engineering and widows? What? Let me cross. National Days. Pink. Color, not singer. Take your dog to work. Hydration. Detroit-style pizza and pecan sandies. Andre gave us a like. Spasiba. Andre. George H. Good morning. Have I considered the hippie life like careless? I mean, I feel like it would be nice to not have to care about anything, but that's not always the case in terms of that life, right? You gotta still do something. Norell's 27-year-old son got carded to go see John Wick 4. I don't get carded anymore because of my lack of hair. Ugh, Nightbot, GPT. Don't do this anymore, Nightbot. This is not the greatest joke in the world. This is a tribute. No, 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 no. Cape Newell. Gabriel Iglesias. Fluffy. All right, I think I'm caught up for now. I gotta stop scrolling. You get a little fountain. It's a little. I think the official word might be dinky in terms of the water, but it's there. Prism Live streaming did get an update since I last streamed, but I don't know that I noticed any differences as of yet. Ebelote, good morning. If I pronounced it correctly, I'm not sure. There are barricades out here. Not sure if this is something for the weekend or something else. Jerome asked if I would take a mini sub to the Titanic. I would not. And I'm actually amazed at how much money people paid to do that in a rinky-dink, slapped together best looking submarine. But I guess when you have that much money, you might look for things that are very unique opportunities. Jim Barrows is here. Good morning. Maybe who dat David. Oh, is that the same Ford or another one? How many do they have? Maybe it needs some Tamsulosin. Elaine is here. Good morning / evening. Oh, maybe that's what it's for, Andrew. Maybe you're right. Yeah, controlled by a Logitech F310 or whatever that controller was. I don't know. But I guess it is pretty impressive for the company that you can essentially make $1 million in a day taking 4 people down. Oh, is this florist going to be open later? I need to get flowers. I think they will be. They have a pretty big threshold. I think that controller's wired. Lieutenant Tave. I think I even owned one of those controllers at some point for the computer. Oh no, it's not like, it's not what you think. No, it's anniversary. But that's, I like that flower store. It's only me, everyone is good. Thank you, Narelle. The baby commuter got a little sick over the weekend, but it wasn't bad at all. Not like before when she would get sick and get fevers and be really out of it. No, just some sniffles, but she's been fine the whole time. But now that's all recovered also. So she's good. Everyone's good. Appreciate the anniversary wishes. Train is under us. A new Crate and Barrel is going to be opening here. I feel like we talked about this. I must have noticed this last time. Which one's more expensive, Crate and Barrel or CB2? Sonia, glad you're enjoying. Thanks for joining us. That and cardiovascular, huh? In one of these buildings, on like the 6th floor, is like a chocolate shop. I forget the exact name of it, but it's kind of weird to get to. But you get in there and it's pretty good chocolate and some good hot cocoa and such. I can't remember the name, but it's definitely one of these blocks in a building on the 6th floor. Well, some elevated floor where you would not expect a chocolate shop to be present, but it's there. McDonald's got some big trucks. Stereo Exchange used to have a huge location down on Broadway and like 3rd Street, across the street from Best Buy. That has apparently changed. Let me see if I can find this. Guess they're still setting up the green market. Is it Cocoa Store? Maybe it is that one. Yeah, that's the one. It is Cocoa Store. You got it. Big truck for Big Macs. Thank you, Kira. A lot of hash browns. That's all they got in that truck, hash browns. It's one truck per food type at McDonald's. You know what we had yesterday we hadn't had in a while? KFC. And they're back to using Kentucky Fried Chicken on their boxes. So did they get the name back? What happened? Did they stop using Kentucky Fried Chicken and just switched only to KFC? It was actually pretty good too. Myself distracted a little bit by my phone, but here I am. Oh, why don't I go around this way? I want to go to University Place, but I guess we took a slightly different route. Although this is around the place where they set up the chess tables. Yeah, over there. They're pretty good though, so be careful unless you're a grandmaster. Norel likes the KFC in Australia better than the US versions. I found that a lot of fast food places do taste better outside the States. I don't know what it is. But like I remember the Burger King in Italy was so good. I guess it's the sourcing of the ingredients, I don't know. Jason Freeman has made it from Chicago. Wondering if I'm getting the Panda Express chicken sandwich today. Probably not, although we do have some Panda Expresses available. Is it the best sandwich ever? GPT will know. I like dark meat better, personally. Now, the Stereo Exchange used to be on 3rd Street and Broadway in a big store on the ground floor. Oh, Filipino KFC is not so good anymore. That's unfortunate. Oh, we got the light.
Last walk's the best.
Steve Smith got the sauces from Hot Ones. You're gonna do all 10 sauces? Good luck. Popeyes has been pretty good. But we were surprised at how decent KFC was yesterday when we got it. Apparently KFC also has an extra crispy style. But we didn't get those. I think there was another Rebel taxi accident recently. KFC is not the same as 25 years ago. I guess nothing's the same. What's the most consistent fast food at the moment? McDonald's? Ron prefers Kenny Rogers Roasters. I've never had that one. Isn't that from Mad TV? Is that real? I'm seeing a lot of buildings go up with the purple construction stuff. Admiral Steve, good morning. Burger King has been pretty consistent. I'm a scared man. Okay, I don't know. Arcade Action Ace, good morning. Oh, Gigi's here. Just waiting for me to do something ridiculous. I guess the Scatman song will do the trick. Good morning. Yeah, that place is good. It does have decent ice cream, actually. Yep. Oh, bakery is open. Well, kind of open. Might be part of Madman. I'm going through all the construction. Let's go. Let's do it. Arte restaurant. What do they got? All sorts of Italian dishes, it seems. Not bad. And then a boutique clothing shop. Lexi. All right. Oh, no, there's cars coming. There we go. Crossing over. Oh, they got a patio. That's a nice looking patio, which is bland. For the car, garage is here as well. Yeah. Although their fan is replacing. All right, what else did I miss? Popeye's opened in London last year to good reviews. Who dat Dave? It took me a moment that it said Al Copeland, not AI Copeland. That'd be funny if Popeyes was created by an AI named Copeland. No Popeyes in Australia, not for Narelle. Since everyone says everything is the reverse in Australia, what would it be? What's the reverse of pop? Collapse? Unpop? Expand? And then even more confusingly, what's the opposite of eyes? Like, what's an exact opposite of eyes? My mom has a little bubble machine out on Long Island, and baby Commuter was playing with it. But she would just try to attack all the bubbles, and every time she did, she would say pop, 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 pop. Pop in reverse is pop. Ah. Pop is pop. I and reverse is I. Oh wow, you know what? That's interesting. Pop and I both palindromes. That is quite interesting to me. Quite interesting. Here's Washington Square Park. Scatman's in my head now. Now see, this is a much more powerful fountain. I hope that wasn't long. Public bidet, yes. That's the kind I would need to ensure I'm good. Very peaceful out today, though. Wait, there's not even anybody in the dog run? Is it closed or something? Oh no, there's one person and two people, one dog. People are outnumbering the dogs in the dog run at the moment. Ooh, someone found a parking spot. But it's not good for too long today. It says Tuesday, Friday on the no parking sign, so they're gonna have to move later. Do people actually get in the water? Yes, they do. In the hot summers, I've seen it. I don't know if they're supposed to and how fast they might get removed, but that car almost turned into a one-way street. That's why you gotta look both ways, even on a one-way street. Will I do my walk across 5th Avenue, 29th Street today? Probably not. I think we're way past it now. Susie would rather flip that ratio. You know, I never thought about this before, but does the pride flag have very specific order of the colors to be considered the pride flag, or can it be? The reason I'm even questioning is because I keep seeing red and orange together, and I feel like all the songs always go red, orange, yellow. Roy G. Biv, right? So I'm just curious based on that. These are the colors of the rainbow. These are the colors of the rainbow. Do you know the colors of the... These are kids' songs. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. These are the colors of the rainbow. All right, okay. Gotta stop. Australia could have out eye. Why is Popeye a chicken place? What's the origin of the name Popeye for chicken? The flag is only 6 colors. Yeah, I know, it's missing a color. It's more like Roy G. Biv in reverse, I guess. But then, yeah, I don't know. These little trees look like broccolis. I think that's that same car from before. I think I was looking for parking. I kind of want to go right. I don't know why, but I think we're on Bleecker Street, which makes me want to go right. What is this guy doing? Oh, he almost turned into a one-way street again. That car is doing some interesting maneuvers today. Popeye Doyle, because Popeye cartoon sued Copeland. What? I'm still confused. Photography is red, blue, green, cyan, magenta, and yellow. Huh. Jason Freeman would like me to display the highest and the lowest note I can sing. Yeah. Probably can't go that low right now. Let's try. I probably have to just do the old like bass drop to see how low we can go before it fizzles out. And you gotta go like into your guttural voice. I probably look ridiculous. And the highest note. There you go. Anyway, you can thank Jason Freeman for that one. The answer above, I'm not scrolling back anymore. No thanks. Wait, that's a nice looking. I got 5 seconds to cross this big street. I'll let the bike go in front of me, and then I will complete my cross. Wait, but it says walk, not for the other way. I just wanted to look at this fountain at the Father Demo Square. The high note did not sound right. No, it didn't. But you wanted the highest in a weird way. This is quiet zone, but it's also right next to a loud road, and the fountain's not very quiet either. Oh, there's a sweet green here. I think one of these used to be a cupcake spot. Yeah, Molly's Cupcakes, right there. All right. Why did the orange stop rolling down the hill? Because it ran out of juice. GPT. Let's cross the street. And I guess if that's Father Demo Park, this is Father Demo Hall. Not right then. Probably should know more about that person. Nuts Factory. Powered by Lotto.com. I guess what, all they got is lottery there? Are we counting fountains today? Something like that, impromptu. Murray's cheese is good. They got all the cheeses that I want. Yeah, let's go this way. The road needs more lights. Melissa Stenberger's here, good morning. John comes for the sparkling conversation but stays for the musical education. That's right. If you didn't get any musical education here, I wouldn't be doing my job, which I still don't know what that is. One guy won $100 million in Sydney last night. Then if you could get that in Norrell, you'd definitely be moving into that penthouse at Central Park. You can quit your job. RJ, thanks for coming in. Not this Monday just yet. It's the final episodes, like however they say on TV, the final episodes of a show. We're getting there. The countdown. July 10th will be our last Monday commute. Powerball and Mega Millions are up there too, as Josh tells us. They just want me to play so they can take my money, and I'll never win. But I'm gonna do it anyway. What is this building gonna be? Could be a little cafe, restaurant. Well, it still has the... No, it's still open. It's called Castamar. Wow, is that really what it looks like on the second floor? No, that's the Manhattan penthouse at 85th Avenue. No. Actually, this place does not have a very big menu, which I feel like could potentially mean they have very good. They do what they do very well, is what I would hope that means. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to go that way. It's going to take us farther away. I think this is a speakeasy. A little branch. The origin of Mega. Oh, is Joanne here? I missed it. Good morning. Good to see you. A little cloudy today. I don't know if I caught Joe's weather report, if it happened yet. Chicken on the run. Oh, I see. Okay. What's on for the weekend? We may, I think Mrs. Commuter already did it, but we might take baby Commuter for her first swimming lesson. The weather update's coming. This is Shake Shack's Innovation Kitchen. This is where they're supposed to be trying their new stuff. I don't know if the Veggie Shack is a brand new one. I thought they had veggie options already. I don't know. Mediterranean Kitchen will be opening next door. Okay. Well, that's what's happening here. Stephen McIntyre, good morning. Taylor Swift concert. Isn't that the one where the tickets are like $18 million a seat? Yeah, if you want to try the new testing items from Shake Shack, you got to go to the Innovation Kitchen here. I gotta get off Varick Street. You don't go to Varick Street unless you're going to the Holland Tunnel. That's not necessarily true, but you know. Shake Shack did their business right, started off from a cart in the park. Another huge, you know, there was this, apparently, I think I might have talked about it before, but apparently there were some stickers on a empty storefront near St. Mark's that kept saying In and Out burger, but apparently it was all false, unfortunately. All right, let's go back left. What are my thoughts on plant-based burgers? I mean, listen, if they can get the taste to be the same, whether it's plant-based or lab-grown, as a regular burger, and not any more expensive, preferably less expensive, then I'm all for it. Nicolas, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Food Head Dave says vegan is so great, why is it always trying to look like meat? I really like In-N-Out Burger, but they're more out west. Apparently they have some sort of a rule in their internal bylaws that state they can only have a restaurant location within a certain distance from their distribution centers. And apparently they just don't have any on the East Coast. So I think Colorado, Texas are the ones that are the closest to us that still have In-N-Out locations. I think, I don't know. I I guess we're back on 6th Avenue. Fatburger and Carl's Jr., they both closed. It's tough to penetrate the market here, but I feel like In-N-Out could do it. They have a big name behind them. And I think the East Coasters have been jealous of not being able to have In-N-Out for a while, and then a lot of people compare Shake Shack and In-N-Out. This is Charlton Plaza. Oh, look at all the flowers in these vines. Red and yellow, or orange and yellow, reddish orange. It's a fun little wall. You know what? I want to cross the street and see what it looks like from see if it's a nice picture, because it's such a gloomy day. The pop of colors on the side of that building kind of stand out. It's hard to see from a distance. But maybe if I go, there's a bicyclist coming. If I move in such a way where you don't get the traffic light in the picture, maybe. Okay. They're all like the In-N-Out burgers. The restaurant was clean. Nice. Chicks, good morning. Matilda, good morning. Bug Burgers. Uh-oh. Trumpet Vine, says Susie Q. Oh, Allie's here. Good morning. Okay. Looks like there's some low clouds today. I want to see what the Freedom Tower looks like. PH in Tallahassee, good morning. Deborah, good morning. It is pretty quiet. I feel like a lot of people are out this week from work too. Seward Cafe. I think I saw that building in some article recently, but not because its windows look like jail cells, but I forget why. Anyway, I guess it doesn't help anybody. My little story. Looks like there's too much going on there. Let's go to the next block. Rebel, good morning. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the burger patty in the grill. Okay. Hashtag food humor? Wait, why is it adding little hashtags and emojis? That's interesting. Happy-go-lucky, good morning. Rebel hopes he's not the only one late for work today. Hopefully not. I never like the feeling of being late. Is this west side or east side? We're still we're on the west side technically. Although the division is less actually, I don't really know what happens down here with the division between east and west, because we're still on 6th Avenue technically, which is considered west because it's more west to 5th Avenue, and that's the split between east and west side. But we're very far south. I don't think they use that kind of a split in address anymore down here. That's right, Gigi. And also, there's no such thing as on time, right? Because to be on time, you got to arrive like at just the exact 0-0 thing. You're either early or you're late. It's just how it is. Depending on the meetings, I may choose to be a little late, 1 or 2 minutes. I could skip the small talk and get the meeting on the way. It depends. It depends. Let's go right. 15 minutes early is on time. You visited the oldest McDonald's, which is now a museum. Sounds like an interesting experience. How many miles are we walking today? Since we go a little roundabout, I don't know exactly, but it probably ends up being 3 to 4. Fred had a fart burger once. Nobody spoke to you for days. Oh my. David Torres is considering New York. It's not a bad option. It's just not cheap. Rebel needs a good hotel for New York Comic Con. I'm not going to cross. I mean, it's hard to say. It depends on where you want to be. If you want to be close to it, the hotels here are not that cheap. Especially not close to the Comic Con during the time of the Comic Con. They know what they got going there, so they know they can upcharge. You know, another option is you might be able to get a hotel like near the Long Island Railroad in like Jamaica, Queens, because it takes you right to Penn Station, which is just a couple of blocks away from Javits, and it's like a less than 20-minute ride from Jamaica to Penn Station. About 20 minutes. I wonder if the hotels there will be cheaper because it's technically farther away from the city, but it's also not that hard to get to the city, so they might also be aware of that and charge accordingly as well. But that's what it is. When is Comic-Con? I don't know, first or second weekend in October? I forget the exact dates. I think it's the second weekend. Happy-go-lucky's friends have gotten rooms in Secaucus. Yeah, it's another option, right? Across the river. GPT gave some options. Is Pod 51 that cheap? Is Hotel Pennsylvania really cheap? Isn't Hotel Pennsylvania right across the street from Penn Station? Somehow I feel like it's not as cheap as GPT suggests in terms of grouping it in the cheap category. Also, I'm not even sure if it's open. I'm not a hotelologist. Dan Lee, hello. Michael Scott Howard, good morning. Yeah, Andy says it's closed. Yeah. That's what I thought too. Narelle, which one? This one? Are you moving in? Pennsylvania was rebuilt. Well, it wasn't done in a day. All right, okay, let's stop now. I mean, there is a bike lane right there. Even though it's the wrong way, it is what it is. What is Fjallraven doing? It looks like it's all papered up. Are they done, or are they just renovating and redoing their windows? Am I renting out my spot? No, also most Airbnbs that are operating in New York are doing so illegally, especially if it's for a short-term rental. You're not really supposed to rent out anything less than 30 days, technically. I think some sort of hotel laws or whatever, but if you can get one cheap, try. It's just, you're not gonna, it's no longer the days of Airbnb where the people who are Airbnb-ing it most of the time these days are looking to give you exceptional service. They'll just be like, oh, we don't need to help you. Someone else will get the room if they need to. You know, it's one of those things. But if you can, and you want to risk it, go ahead. Do we ever decide what's more expensive, CB2 or Crate and Barrel? I think they're the same company, but I think one is more expensive than the other in terms of the luxuriousness of the store. I don't know. I could be making stuff up too, which I do about 1,000% of the time.
C is for cookie.
All right, sorry, I can't. I'm just going to put it always going to come. Narelle did try an Airbnb in Staten Island once. I even, there was a YouTuber that was staying in Manhattan in an Airbnb. I think it might have been one of the Church sisters. They both have pretty big YouTube channels. One of them was like in an Airbnb, and apparently they got a notice on the door saying this is being operated illegally or something. They were actually removed. They were asked to leave, I think. So, you know, it happens. So you're not going to get in trouble if you're renting it for yourself to stay in, but you may still suffer the consequences of being removed and have to find another place last minute. So that's the other risk you take. Canal is to my right. Alan, good morning. CB2 was supposed to be cheaper originally? Oh, I see. James, I guess I tried doing comedy acts. I feel like I would have a very specific audience. Oh, it was a donation. They're just friends. They're guests of the owner. They're close friends. They knew each other for many minutes. Rebel got a 4-day pass. I mean, going to Comic-Con every single day, 4 days in a row, is actually quite a taxing experience on the body. It's not a bad time at all, but I feel like, you know, for me, 2 days is enough. I may be doing 3 this year, just because we might go with Baby Commuter on Sunday, which is usually the day reserved for Kids Day. But I'm gonna try to go Friday for myself to record stuff. Again, I have that better 360 camera now that I can upscale to 8K. It should be better in low light situations, so I'm really hoping that camera does the trick. And I feel like Saturday is the day you gotta go in general. For Comic-Con, that's the day. Out of all days, that's the day, I think. Blue Bottle coffee. But it's also the most sardine can of the days, Saturday. But in terms of seeing all the costumes, that's probably the day, if you like seeing the cosplay. Was it that fast, Swamp Thing? I feel like nothing can get done that fast anymore. Banksy in New York defaced an unauthorized exhibition. Of course it's unauthorized. I feel like Banksy would never agree to it. See you, Nathan. Yeah, sometimes it's not easy to watch the 8K videos. Am I going as Action Kid this year? I should tell people that I'm Action Kid for the Comic-Con. It'll be pretty funny. I need some Action Kid merchandise. I'll get some. Then we can do it. Sorry, I should have really muted all this stuff before I started clearing all the phlegm ever created by all humans from my throat. I'm aware. I just chose to steamroll right over it. A live stream from Hamburg? I'd like to. Did I meet anyone famous at Comic-Con? I mean, not like meet, but we definitely have seen some famous. Like we see wrestlers at times because they have a booth. They're usually in the first aisle. That's where I find the wrestlers a lot. But they also walk around sometimes because they got to use the bathroom. The phlegm was a key off. Oh boy. I have to tune myself a little better. No, they don't mind you filming at Comic-Con. Everyone's got cameras at Comic-Con. Ooh, Rebel met Steve Burns, and you got him to sign your Blues Clues stuff. Nice. We just figured out Blues Clues. We just figured out Blues Clues. We just figured out Blues Clues. You've seen it, heard it all. Well, Chi-Chi, I should probably apologize then, first, and appreciate your willingness to stick around. Yes. I tried to get the press badge one year, but they wouldn't give it to me. I tried to get the pro badge this year, they wouldn't give it to me, even though I got the pro badge 2 years in a row up to this year. So I really don't know. I asked them in an email like what's changed, and they never responded. But I was able to get my own passes anyway. So Hale, good morning. Was Baby's Commuter's costume this year? We're not sure yet. Last year we did Dragon Ball Z characters. I think this year Mrs. Commuter was thinking maybe even the Despicable Me stuff, where Baby Commuter could be one of those little minions, and I, of course, would have to be Gru. So we'll see. We'll see. Stefan loves my cough. Let's put that on merchandise. Ron, I have no idea how actual press passes work. I know that a few of the YouTubers have those things from the city, but this was specifically for the Comical Con. That's nice, Mojave. Oh, Adam's Film, that's not a bad one either. Yeah, there's definitely opportunities. I try to lean towards ones where I could be one of the bald people. That's just me. 7:28. Ooh, let's get to our destination before we get in trouble. Here's the athletic field. You're not allowed in unless you prove athleticism. I don't make the rules. I should copyright my throat clearing. Well, we got ourselves into some winding paths here. The exit I'm going to is over there. I could be Captain Picard. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. I would like to go as the commercial. 800-588-2300 Empire. Can I go as that commercial? As the jingle? How can that happen? That's what I want to go as. Exposed, good morning. Coneheads comes to mind. I can reshape my head. I don't even need any extra stuff on it. I'll use a big pencil sharpener. Go as the Cars for Kids commercial. Hey, it's that kitty. 1877 Cars for Kids. KDA Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today, because kids don't know anything better than a car. Just play with the speaker on my neck, that's true. But I really need to like become the commercial too. Maybe I can be all the commercials from the 90s and jingles in the 2000s in one. Do the ultimate mashup of ridiculous jingles. Be a Klingon if I don't have anything else. I'd rather be that the species from the Orville, the Mocklins. Oh, Ambrose thought it was cars in exchange for kids. Yeah, you know, I think that's a common misconception. Holly from Iraq is here. ITT Tech, I don't know if I remember that one. Was that a church of mine? I think it was. But I'm way past it now. And there it is. Chinatown Fair's here. Arcade. Lots of phlegm in NYCC. Misha, that's very true. I'm still curious about trying that chicken tender place that's opening up on Astor Place. I said place because I said place. Yeah, if you're new, think about subscribing, think about thumbs up. Oh, nope, he's got a red light. Very good. I'm going to take this opportunity while I see no cars moving, because even when you do get the signal here, everyone here is so eager to turn, they don't really let you through. So we'll just go, yeah, that one, Rebel. I know some folks in the chat said it depends on the location. I'm assuming if this is their first spot in New York, they're going to try hard to make it be good. How many miles a week? I don't know. Probably in the 20s. Really depends on how much I actually walk on Tuesdays and Thursdays, since those are my non-commuting days. So by default, I walk less. But sometimes I may want lunch from a farther away spot, and that's just me. Oh, Action Kids in San Francisco. Nice. I like San Francisco. Although I got sick last time I went there with some stomach thing. I know, it sounds like you get sick a lot. I really used to never get sick, I promise. I don't know what happened. I still don't understand why GPT is adding all these hashtags. Someone's training GPT to be a content creator. Yeah, I think so, Narelle. Huh, I said choke. Oof. They put out a bunch of fish. That is why there's a fish smell. About to put out some more. Ice cream at Five Below. If only Five Below was actually an ice cream place, which it should be, they did it wrong. Here's the Manhattan Bridge. The quietest of all the bridges. That's a lie. Misha's got to go. You're going to go camping. Nice. Enjoy. Thanks for coming in. Mrs. Commuter is planning on doing the Wonderland Trail. Why are NYC trains so loud? Yeah, they should use headphones. No, Manhattan Bridge is another utilitarian bridge, yes. It's just not very fun to walk over and try to have a conversation. There are cutouts in the fences for photos too, yes. No worries, Stefan, don't worry. Appreciate your presence either way. Misha, enjoy the camping. If I'm saying your name right. Maybe it's Micah, I don't know. You'll have to correct me. Mika, I want to be correct, but I could be wrong. Getting close to the park, which is good because it's already 7:39. Oh boy. Oh, that's right. I did start late today because I got overly excited about the razor blade. You already know I'll convince myself to get it. Sometimes I like to mess with baby commuter. I'll tell her I have something to tell you. And then I say, Bumblebee. But now she knows, so she just says it. she says it first. I might have mentioned that before. Oh, Michael. Okay, got it. I'm glad you stuck around to give me the correct one, because that probably would have eaten away at me. Something that silly. At this hour, I mean, it's still early in New York. If I were to do this walk live in Chinatown in like 3 hours, it would be much busier. Everyone going to the shops, much busier. Well, this is one of those, who knows where the cars are coming from and when they're coming. But I'm just going to try to wing it. See, it's a good thing I clarified. Right, Gigi? Right. Oh, everything's blue here. Matches the city bikes. These are interesting planters conceptually, since there's like garbage bins. Yes, Sue, absolutely. We're on the lookout. Is anyone at my tables? Not that I see. Oh, this nature field is really going out of control here. Oh, they put the other table really far away. What happened? There's a Papa John's pizza box here. This is Seward Park in Chinatown. Earl wants more likes now. They're not playing Ode to Joy right now. It's something I don't recognize. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. It was like the middle section. Well, boycott, how commutes work is you usually end up going from one place to where you're supposed to go for work, and none of my jobs are there. I think it's a simple explanation. Marikoko has been here twice in June. Oh wait, Norel gifted a membership. Why am I missing everything? Hold on. And Peter Bradfield was gifted the membership. Thank you, Norel. Welcome, Peter. The oldest tree is a white oak in Alley Pond, Queens. Wow, 450 years old. Wait, another membership to Karen Williams. Congrats, Karen. Thank you, Norel, again. It's a good park. It's a little, it's a small park, but it's got a lot packed in. Thank you, Forrest. Same to you and yours. Wait, Norell's still gifting. Jaron Rollins was the lucky recipient. Thank you, Norell, again. Very kind of your extra lottery. Oh, because you worked from home and didn't buy a coffee? Wait, when you're in the office, they don't have coffee in there? Oh, that reminds me. I think I'm running low on coffee beans at home. I mustn't run out. I mean, I have backup Nescafe ones, but I don't want that sugar so early in the morning. I try to have my coffee when I first wake up just black, so I don't have any extra calories from anything, to kind of keep the fast going. Appreciate it, Boycott. Thank you. Yeah, we're a little limited. That's the problem with the commutes. We can only go from point A to point B so many ways. It's as bad as American coffee. That's why you won't drink it. Hey, but it's free. You know, sometimes you gotta weigh the. You got the scales, right? You got tasty and you got price. But sometimes when the taste is down, the price is down, you have more leeway for the taste, so kind of like falsely elevates the taste a little bit. I don't have any real reason behind the morning fasting. It's not really intermittent fasting. I'm not super strict on it. I just feel like, for me, the body, I feel like it needs to get hungry a little bit, like leading back to our hunter-gatherer days. I know this is kind of ridiculous to think about, but like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's not bad. It's not bad for the for the body to get a little bit more hungry than just like the usual in between meal times. So I figure, since I already haven't eaten since dinner, maybe I'll just push a little longer. But then I feel like I eat a little bit less overall as a result. And I was surprised I was able to do it, because I used to feel like by the time I'm so hungry at breakfast, and I feel like I can't function. But actually, it all evened out, and I'm doing all right. I know there is some science behind the whole intermittent fasting thing, but I try not to, I don't know. I think moderation is kind of the key in all these things, and that's all it is. I try to be as pragmatic as I can about many aspects of life. I don't know. It is what it is. What was that? Something fell? Oh, there's a garbage truck there. Must have been compressing something. It's open right over there. Norell's about to... Oh, not about to. It's nighttime there. You're going to have your Vegemite on toast. That's what you have for your breakfast. Bob, you've been watching since that long ago. That means this is before I even started live streaming this sound. I think we posted our first recorded video in September 2019. I think it was. I don't know now. I don't remember. I think it was then, because we started live streaming over a year later. Yeah. Flam, 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 flam. Flam, 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 flam. I don't think we're having any signal issues at the moment. That's why my immune system was all out of whack. Nah, I think it's the daycare stuff. I think Gigi, that's probably the right way to do it. I think it's a bad idea to eat heavy, huge meals before dinner, because you're about to, your body's about to go into rest mode. It's probably better to eat a bigger meal, either for breakfast or maybe like a lunch, so that you actually use the calories for the day. But it probably makes the most sense to eat a lighter dinner since you're about to go to bed. It makes sense. Oh, was Swanky Laxer watching my weird pre-recorded walks, because those were when the DJI Pocket was mounted to my backpack, so there were a lot of up and down bounces. You know, if you hold it in your hand, it bounces a little bit less because it kind of acts a little bit as a Z-axis stabilizer. I don't know. OM, you made it just in time as we're about to go. Check your BMI, it never lies. Actually, BMI absolutely lies. BMI by itself is not applicable to everybody because it's a simple measure of height and weight, right? It just divides, it's like, what is it, the height over the kilogram square, something like that. I forget the exact ratio, but it just takes your height and weight into consideration, that's it. So if you were a bodybuilder, for example, you might be 6 feet tall and weigh 240 pounds. According to the BMI scale, you'd be obese, right? Because it's just weight. It's just height and weight. It doesn't take into consideration body fat or anything else. So no, BMI on its own is not 100% for everyone, but it does work for a majority of the population. But no, it's not like it's not a one size fits all. The BMI body mass index, I forget the exact calculation. Everything calculates it for you these days, so you don't have to kind of remember all those numbers. Formulas. BMI is TMI. Oh, your news was talking about it? Yeah, I mean, again, it still probably works for a majority of the population. But all I really want to get out of my, skepticism of things is just to make sure you ask questions. You know, a lot of times you're presented a lot of information as 100% facts, but you're within your rights to do research on these so-called facts and make sure that they are indeed facts. Probably proper like body fat percentage measurements with calipers in multiple body regions, you know. That's probably the most accurate. I know visceral fat can be a pretty negative indicator of things, but it might be a little harder to measure, though. If you tend to gain weight in your belly area, you might be more predisposed to certain things. I know they've talked about abdominal circumference in terms of fat accumulation as a potential negative indicator medically, but anyway, yeah, it's probably calipers and checking body fat percentage that way. Now I gotta look at Ambrose's last video. OM, thank you for the 1,000 yen super chat. Sorry I missed that. I was kind of on some sort of rant. I'm not sure why. We try to speckle a little bit of education, but the most education, the best education is just asking questions and doing research, I think. So if I can impart that knowledge onto you, then I feel like I've done something for the community. Oh, OM, but please don't worry about it. I appreciate any support. It's all extra on top of you just watching. Some doctors want to prescribe pills to have you gain weight. I mean, they do have those kinds of medicines like orexigenics that do stimulate appetite. There are other ways to do that. There are some conditions that do cause you to be underweight, so and you might be like having no appetite, so there might be some indications in those cases. Not an expert at all on that side of things, but yeah, if you can do it naturally, it's even better. Sometimes you need a little help either way, you know, it all depends. Everyone's a little bit different, I guess. Minestrone soup with a slice of bread. That sounds good. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate it. See, seed oils I don't know enough about. I'd have to do some research on that type of stuff. In terms of nuts in general, I heard almonds are probably one of the better ones for you, but I don't have exact science on that in my head at the moment. Other than antibiotics, there's no prescriptions that heal anything. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Maybe not heal, but manage. I mean, think about type 1 diabetics, for example, who just can't make insulin. So they need something. Thank you, Sean. Bagels and Walks. Oh no, we'll still be doing, so, okay. It's too premature to end the Monday walks. We're doing Monday walks still until July 10th. That's going to be the last Monday walk. What about antifungals? That's a different class. Actually, aren't certain cancer chemotherapies also curative in certain cancers? I do worry about the overdiagnoses of certain conditions in kids. I do wonder about that also. I feel like a lot of times parents want answers, and from the medical perspective, it might just be easier to give an answer rather than saying like, oh, let's wait and see what happens, try these things first, but instead they get diagnosed. I don't know. Antifungal stops but does not cure root cause. What about ringworm? What about jock itch? Those are caused by fungus. You use the cream, it goes away. Again, if you do have a scientific background, feel free. You're within your human rights to question things. I mean, Susie, other times, a lot of people go undiagnosed. That's another potential mishap in the medical world. You can go undiagnosed with something for a really long time, and then you finally get diagnosed, and you feel better. Ambrose uses the Google. I mean, hey, using Google is also pretty good. We always just worry about people over-Googling and triggering hypochondriasis as a result. Yeah, the Monday walk is changing. You got to go into the actual sources of where Google gets its information from. If it's going to be some article from bibbidybob.com, I don't think that's a real website. You just got to look at the sources. If it's from a medical journal with significant impact factor, it might have a little bit more weight than if it's from whoknowswhat.com. Again, don't go to these fake websites that I'm listing. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox here. So I can get to work and be done with this Friday. So I can rest a little bit. We're going to go for a nice dinner tonight, so that's going to be exciting. Anyway, bibbidybob.com, I should buy that. Yeah, so again, Monday's commute is changing. We're going to keep doing it for a few more Mondays, but then they're going to find me something else to do on Monday. It might be another Brooklyn one, but it might not, so we'll see what they end up doing. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining today. Appreciate super chats, super stickers, memberships. Thanks to Relt for your lottery. Patreon, PayPal, thank you. Subscribers, thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Non-subscribers, thank you too. If you're listening, think about thumbs up and subscribing. In honor of Caleb, here's the watch, but no Empire State Building in the background. And of course, thanks to the mods. My favorite street pizza. Well, I don't think I've seen them actually make pizza in the street before. But a lot of times, many pizzas will do the trick, especially if it's been a long night. Although I haven't had a long night in a long time. I gotta be sleeping at 10 p.m. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. I try, Gigi. I try. I try not to be misinformed or misinformative if I can. And if I don't know a topic, I either won't talk about it or I'll look it up. Or I'll just tell you I don't know. I think Caleb Frazier was banned at some point, and I think I actually went through and I found his name and I unbanned him. So he has the potential to return. I almost want to see it now. I almost want to see it. Anyway, I did this like a year ago, so he hasn't come back in a year. But if anybody has any outreach to Caleb Frazier, there was a guy that would always it was a whole saga with him. He always wanted to see my watch. He always wanted to see the Empire State Building, and then like he claimed he had a kid. And then the timeline was all weird. Like the kid ended up being in high school in like 3 months. It got weird. It got pretty weird. Yes, he kept having kids and they were aging very rapidly. It was interesting. I kind of missed the chaos at this point. I don't know why. But yeah. Wasn't there a Robin Williams movie like that? Or is that something else? Anyway, all right. So have a great rest of Friday. Have a great Saturday, Sunday. Some places call that the weekend. And we will still see you Monday morning unless I'm told I have to cease immediately, which is not what they said. So we should be doing our usual Mondays. Anyway, see you Monday morning. Again, Monday mornings start a little bit later than on Wednesdays and Fridays. We'll start around 7:40 a.m., 7:30, 7:40, something like that, New York time. Anyway, see ya. Bye!